Do you find it difficult to resist the urge to eat that cookie or that piece of cake? Well, I do. Two main components of cookies and cakes are the white refined flour and white sugar. And that's what I'll be talking about today, the dark truth behind white foods. White foods essentially refer to white sugar and processed foodstuff like bread or pasta made from white flour. White vegetables like onions or cauliflower do not fall into this category. The processed foods and the natural unprocessed foods have one thing in common. They are both sources of carbohydrates. But we would be better off if we got our carbohydrates from the natural stuff like vegetables, fruits or whole grains instead of the processed food stuff. So what changes in the course of processing? White flour comes from the grain of wheat. Wheat has three different layers: the bran, the endosperm and the germ. Bran is the outermost layer of the grain and contains most of the fiber and the nutrients. Germ is the embryo of the grain that sprouts into a new plant, and germ also contains some of the nutrients. Endosperm is the largest part of the wheat grain and it contains mostly starch. During the production of white flour, the bran and the germ are removed, and therefore the white flour essentially contains only the starch-rich endosperm. As a result, the white flour does not have a lot of the nutrients that were originally present in the whole grain. Also, the lack of the fibrous bran makes the white flour a source of high glycemic index carbohydrate, the kind that spikes your blood sugar levels on consumption. The news gets worse. The modern day white flour is not the same as what our ancestors used to consume. After production, white flour needs to be aged. The process of aging is required to improve the baking quality of the white flour and to make it appear whiter. During the times of our great-grandparents, white flour used to be aged by storing it for a long period of time. With substantial rise in production and subsequent storage issues, the process of naturally aging the flour was replaced by chemically bleaching it. This process of chemical bleaching was pioneered by Pillsbury in the early 1900s. Yes, the refined flour that you use for making your cakes and cookies is bleached, just like you bleach your clothes. The flour is hit by a chlorine gas bath, which serves as an agent for aging the flour as well as bleaches it into a clean and white product which eventually makes its way to the shelves of your grocery store. So firstly, chlorine is a known irritant to the human body. Secondly, bleaching with chlorine further brings down the nutrients in the white flour. Thirdly, the process of bleaching with chlorine produces a byproduct known as alloxin. Here comes the shocking part. The chemical alloxin is regularly used in scientific studies to induce diabetes in animals. Now, the laws for bleaching differ in different places in the world. The European Union is fairly strict about the use of chlorine or any other bleach treatment on foods. The US laws, on the other hand, permit the use of bleaching agents to age white flour. You must be wondering, why is bleaching still permitted in some parts of the world? Well, you see, the exact level of alloxin to cause a serious damage to the body is unknown. Moreover, the long-term effects of this compound on the human body have not been determined till date. This lack of information is why some parts of the world still allow the use of bleaching. So it's good to be aware of the local food regulations and to know how your food is being processed. That's all for today's video. Do watch out for the second part of this video where I'll be talking about another common white food, that is white sugar. If you have liked this video, do give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to my channel.